as you can see, the last of the practice has disappeared into the pits, and already we've got race 1, heat 1 of the afternoon. It's the Event 1 Trophy Man 250cc Solo Open. Of course, heat riding through to a big final at the end of the day, and as you can see on the far side, they get underway for the first race of the day then, as they go into the first bend, looking to pick them up as they come round. And already, quite a lead as they come past us already for Jason Stott, has travelled a long way to get here, and looks as if he's in the usual very determined form. So Jason Stott it is then, the lead's going down that back straight as we lose one of our riders on the far side. Anxiously looking to see whether he gets himself back up again. I think for a moment that's possibly Steve Mander that put it down on the far side. Phil Ranson, the man in pursuit in second place with just really damaging for 118 Bill Sims. Geoff Urben got himself up into fourth place, you can see, but really the places started to string themselves out a little bit as they come round to take their last lap indication this time round. One more lap to go then in the first race of the afternoon. Jason Stott setting the pace in the 250 and showing that this can be a very quick circuit to ride. Phil Ranson still there in second place, Bill Sims holding third. Geoff Urben determined to stay in that fourth place. The rest of the riders bringing themselves out as we look for Jason Stott coming around this bottom bend for the last time. The first checkered flag of the afternoon is going to go to Jason Stott. He goes across the line to take the first race win, followed home in second place by number 46, Phil Ranson. For rider number 94, that of course is Jason Stott. In second place, number 46, Phil Ranson. Third place, number 118, Bill Sims. Fourth place, number 241, Geoff Urben. Fifth place, number 180. Sixth place, 137. Seventh place, number 5. Eighth place, number 251. Ninth place, 209. And the winning time. No, I've been given a provisional time, but we're not too sure about that one, so we'll leave that first race time for now. And if you look to that far side, you can see them all making themselves ready, looking as is becoming traditional now in the southern centre for that green flagged indication from the starter that they're under starters orders. And away we go. Well, Jack Walker had made a very good start on the far side, and indeed if we look to that first bend, that's possibly Lee Street that's put it down. We're picking up as they come round indeed. My mistake there, Lee Street in fact is the rider that's leading at the moment. Jack Walker up in second place. Was indeed Chris Phillips that had put it down on that first bend. So the youngster not having things going all his own way at the moment, although he's made a brilliant recovery, and look for Chris Phillips to come through. He's already up into third place and going for second as he goes into that bottom bend. He now has got Lee Street that's setting a cracking pace and got away from the rest of the field. So Chris Phillips, after that early disappointment of putting it down in the first bend, up and away again, and already closing down on Lee Street. Jack Walker going very wide in that third spot, allowing Keith Richards to come through on the inside of it. Those two having a little battle of their own. So I wonder whether Chris Phillips can show Lee Street that even with a fall in the first bend, he can remain this way. They start to catch up with some of the tail enders. Pick their way through, they've taken the last lap flag, and Chris right on the back wheel now after that early disappointment has made up tremendous ground, and I think Lee Street's going to struggle to take this one as they go down the back straight. One more corner negotiating. Chris Phillips right on the back wheel looking for that wide line, goes round the outside. A brilliant ride this if he can pull it off as he goes very wide, but he's quick and he gets to the checkered flag. A tremendous victory for Chris Phillips. Well, he puts it down in the first bend, comes through and just catches everybody up, and not only that, beats them. Tremendous ride from Chris Phillips then. Perhaps that's an indication of the sort of racing when you get here this afternoon. Two in your programme, a win for number 142, Chris Phillips. In second place, number 75, Lee Street. Third place, number 262, that's Jack Walker. And fourth place, number 143, Keith Richards. Fifth place is number 168. Sixth place, number 283. Seventh place, 272. Eighth place, 330. Ninth place, 56. And 10th place, number 159. The winning time, 130.49. 130.49 the time. Looking across that start line, it looks as if we have got 6 outfits, and possibly that late practice we saw from Mal Goodwin is the addition to the programme. We're all all trying to guess what his passenger's name is, and we think it's Gary Rockall. So that rings a bell from last season. Seems such a long time ago now, doesn't it? But we get underway with the first race in the 500cc sidecar event. As we go into that first bend, looking to pick up who it is to play the best event. It does look as if it is Elbit, number 20, Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting that have got to the front. Mal Goodwin, in fact, on a borrowed machine from Brian Palmer, doing well to get himself up into second place. And as I say, in second place, he tries to close the gap going into that bottom bend. Well, a good start to the afternoon this for Alan Peck. He's fast off, but Mal Goodwin right on his back wheel as he goes into that top bend. Leading the rest of the pack is number 10, Tony Cook and Colin Lewis. But they've got quite some gap between that second and third places going down the back straight. You can see that again, Mal Goodwin tries to close up going into that bottom corner. Alan Peck looking to have everything well and truly in control. He's left a bit of a gap coming out of that corner there. Mal Goodwin a much tighter corner. Into the last lap we go as they close up again in this top bend. Well, he's a lot closer this time as he goes down that back straight. It's his bottom bend that he seems to get much tighter than Alan Peck. And watch to see what happens this time as they go in. Again, tight as they go in is this exit to the bend that Mal Goodwin was taking the advantage all the way through the race, but Alan Peck had a much better score on that side. He hangs on to the victory, takes the checker flag as he goes past us, and a good win to start the afternoon off for Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting. Mal Goodwin finishing in second place, a good effort from him, but it's Tony Cook that's some way back in third. Going to win for outfit number 20, that of course is Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting. In second place, number 30, Mal Goodwin, and in third place, number 10, Tony Cook and Colin Lewis. Fourth place, number 11, Richie Neal and Neil Pocknell. Fifth place goes to outfit number 21, and of course we have no sixth finisher there, Paul Miller and Bob Reed pulling out. The winning time, 1:22.95, 1:22.95 the time, a win for Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting. So the rider's already on the start line for race 4. This is the first heat of the 350 Solo Open, and a class that proved to show us some fantastic racing last season. We wonder whether it's going to repeat itself again this year. Well, will today be the first example of that as we watch them go into the first bend for the first time? Neil Taylor it is that's got to the front of a very impressive looking class. Dave Mears is up in second place at the moment. Looking perhaps to Kevin Buck to come through. Mark Harris it is that's got up into second place. Kevin Buck taking advantage of those three riders finding their way around that bottom bend. He's now got into the thick of it all, but Neil Taylor it is that's got away and opened up quite a gap on second place Mark Harris. Dave Mears still there in third. Kevin Buck now coming through though to get that third place. He's gone round the outside. Over his shoulder as he's as he would expect. There's quite a battle going on for that second place. Mark Harris indeed has got the best of it at the moment. Kevin Buck trying to close down on him. He seems to have got the beat of Dave Mears now as they go down that back straight. And Kevin Buck going for that second place as they go into the last bend. It'll be the checkered flag this time as they come to it. Takes it. But actually, very close on the line. Well, that was the thickness of a tyre. One of event 2, the 350cc Solo Open, and a win for our addition to the programme, number 17, Neil Taylor. Second place, although it was close, the lap scorers had no problem at all deciding exactly who that was going to go to. It was number 260, Mark Harris. In third place, number 27, Kevin Buck. Gonna have to get used to that number, aren't I? In fourth place, number 139, Dave Mears. Fifth place, number 231, Roy Sizemore. Sixth place was number 1. Seventh place, number 5. The winning time, 1:20.74. 1:20.74. Into race 5 we go. This still with the 350cc class, and one or two surprises in this class perhaps this season. Vince Kinchin on a 350 we've just noticed. Indeed, as I say that, you can see him fighting through for that second place, looking to the front for the first time. Number 177, Jon Underwood, in fact, getting to the front as they go round that top bend. Is Vince Kinchin that's still there in second place. Mark Seabright up in third spot at the moment. A good battle going on for that fourth place, and I can see that that's been decided, but one of our riders putting the bike down. Keeping in front of Vince Kinchin. Steve Bishop trying to close up on Mark Seabright for that third place. And all sorts of problems for Steve Bishop pulling out on that top bend. But as we look to see them go into their last lap, Jon Underwood setting a good place for Vince Kinchin, closer to him. And Vince changing lines, going round the outside of him. A terrific ride for Vince Kinchin there. As he goes round the top bend, he had to change his mind as he went past us, whether he was going to go inside or outside. He was forced to go outside, and he's done it brilliantly as he comes round this bottom bend. And all sorts of problems of Vince this time. Jon Underwood doing very, very well to avoid that bottom bend. But Vince Kinchin takes the win. Jon Underwood finishes in second. Mark Seabright comes across the line in third. Finishing in fourth place is Dave Perry, and fifth place, Nick Irwin. Time in race 5 compared to race 4, and a very good win for number 844. That's Vince Kinchin. In second place, number 177, Jon Underwood. Third place, number 167, Mark Seabright. Fourth place, number 419, Dave Perry. Fifth place, number 332, Nick Irwin. Sixth place, number 64, Chris Malone. And seventh place, number 186. Eighth place, number 34. No other finishes there. The winning time 1:17.36 to the 500cc left-hand sidecars. A chance to see Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg in action. Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe. Martin James and Roger James. Oh, 5 of them indeed on the line as we get underway. Looking perhaps for Raz Palmer to make the best of the starts. He gets into that first bend. Is he in first place? Very, very close to getting that bottom bend. First bend. And as they come up past me, I can see that Jerry Squirrel has moved through into second place. So after a great start, Lionel Cox going back through the field, the rest of the crew's coming up and taking those higher places. You can see Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. Well, he leads as he goes past us. Jerry Squirrel close to him, trying to sort of stay with him. See a good start to the afternoon for Brian Palmer if he stays like this, but Jerry Squirrel trying to make sure that he doesn't get too far away from him. We'll watch to see the come round off this bottom bend. Lionel Cox seems to have got things sorted out again now. He's back into third place and looks to be closing down on Jerry Squirrel. Quite whether he had a mechanical problem or something, I don't know. He certainly made a brilliant start and then slowed his way back through the field, but back in the thick of the action. First time out this afternoon. Jerry Squirrel takes second place. Lionel Cox getting that third place. And as I say, a great start for the afternoon for Brian Palmer. A win for number 71, Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. In second place, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. In third place, number 78, Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. Fourth place, number 23, Martin James and Roger James. And fifth place, number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe. The winning time, 1:22.44, 1:22.44. To Heat 1 of the 500cc Solo Open. And if you remember back when I gave you those program changes, I'm expecting to see quite a few different numbers out here. And as we look to race 7, I think you'll agree, a very, very good lineup of competitors for this afternoon's event. Looking forward to some very quick racing. On the evidence that we've seen so far, I think we are in for some cracking racing this afternoon. As they get underway then with the first of the very quick 500s, as we go into that first bend, all sorts of problems going into that first bend, as you can see. Quickly the marshal, the yellow flag. The riders are underway and they come past us, as you can see, yellow flag flying. So I was expecting to see that red flag put out in the interest of safety. They've got machinery and riders on that first bend, but it looks as if all are indeed up on their feet. There goes the green flag and away we go. A very clean start, and I can see that Mark Seabright has made a much better start this time. Gary Lobb right up there with him on the inside. It looks like Simon Gittings, a very distinctive style of end that's gone all the way around the outside. Jon Jefferies has got to the front as they come past us. Gary Lobb right up there with him. Simon Gittings followed by Mark Seabright, I was going to say, but you can see he's just lost a place to Darren Shand, who's moving through, and Darren Shand going after Simon Gittings. He goes into that bottom bend. No, it's not advisable, Darren, you're around the outside. Left to that bottom bend. Mark Seabright trying to get back in on the action. A great scrap going on for that third place. Shouldn't ignore the fact that Gary Lobb has not allowed Jon Jefferies to get away from him either at the front. But really, my eyes at the moment concentrating on that battle in the third place. And Jon Jefferies has gone very wide to the front. Through on the inside. Jon Jefferies relaxing for a moment there as he went very wide on that bottom bend. He's allowed Gary Lobb to go through, and it looks as if Gary's done enough to get the checkered flag as they go down that back straight. He's got some 4 bike lengths on Jon Jefferies to come round off the bottom bend. Great time out for Gary Lobb. Jon Jefferies goes to the bottom in second. Darren Shand picks up in third place. Mark Seabright in fourth. Simon Gittings in fifth. It's going to be Chris Malone that finishes in 6th place, but a great start to the afternoon's racing in the 500cc class. You can see the calibre of the entry, and you can see now the sort of racing that we're going to be in for. And a very quick time indeed as we give you the result. The official result reads as a win for number 7, Gary Lobb. In 2nd place, number 14, Jon Jefferies. 3rd place, number 214, in addition to your programme, Darren Shand. And in 4th place, number 167, Mark Seabright. 5th place, number 179. 6th place, number 64. 7th place, 177. 8th place, number 2. 9th place, 51. 10th place, 169. 11th place, 185. 12th place, number 56. The winning time, 1:11.97, the fastest we've seen so far this afternoon, 1:11.97. Race 8 we move on to. It's Heat 2 of the 500cc Open. Already they're underway. Dean Garton has made a very good start from the inside. Justin Elkins up to the front of the field as well as they go into that first bend. As they come round past us for the first time, looks as if Andy Parker has made sense of that first bend. Justin Elkins comes through on the inside. Andy Parker up in 2nd place. Dean Garton in 3rd. That's how they go into that top bend. Dean Garton trying to close on Andy Parker as Justin Elkins has been allowed to get away into that bottom bend for the 2nd time. Justin Elkins looking in great form this year. In 2nd, Andy Parker in 3rd. One of our additional riders, number 170. Mark Taylor in 4th place. As they go into the last lap this time, Justin Elkins looking very good. He's look over his shoulder and see where the competition is coming from. That's in the hands of Dean Garton, but he's not close to him. Andy Parker now coming under pressure from Mark Taylor for that 4th place. I say coming under pressure, he's getting very close to that 3rd spot. One more race to go to, takes the win. Dean Garton in 2nd place, but he's getting close to his 3rd. Andy Parker going to hang on? He does indeed. As he goes across the line, he takes 3rd place. Mark Taylor takes 4th. Jason Newitt taking 5th place in front of number 186, Paul Orton. Race 8 then, a win for number 97, that of course is Justin Elkins. In 2nd place, number 16, Dean Garton. In 3rd place, number 230, Andy Parker. 4th place, number 170, Mark Taylor. 5th place, number 112, Jason Newitt. 6th place, number 186. 7th place, 133. 8th place, 189. 9th place, 26. No other finishes there, the winning time, 1:11.58. So indeed faster than race 7. race 9 being brought under starters' orders. That green flag goes in the air, and as they get underway, look to see them break going down that back straight. And the riders again all coming together in that first bend, but they're all safely through it as they come up past after the first line. Second place to it, number 263, the Flying Cornishman Graeme Gordon. Oh, Kevin Buck trying to fight his way through for that third place, but Dave Mears just looks to have got the better of it. Dave Mears, it is, establishing himself in third. But Steve Bishop looking in great form as he's got away from the rest of the field. A great start and round that track then. Dave Mears still holding third, Kevin Buck in fourth place at the moment. But really the order getting spread out at the front of the field as Steve Bishop looks to be in terrific form this afternoon. Comes around that bottom bend with a considerable lead on second place at the moment. Into the last lap as he goes faster. Graeme Gordon still there in that second place. Third, but increasingly coming under pressure from Kevin Buck, who's been in fourth place now for 2 laps. Trying to close desperately on that third place. Just one more corner to negotiate for Steve Bishop as he comes round to take the checkered flag. We're anxiously look to see what sort of time he's put up. It looks very, very quick indeed to me. Graeme Gordon finishing in second place. Kevin Buck indeed has got through for that third spot as he's come to the line. And finishing, of course, in fourth is number 139, Dave Mears. In heat 3 of the first leg of the 500cc, and a win for number 34, that's Steve Bishop. In second place, number 263, Graeme Gordon. Third place, number 27, Kevin Buck. Fourth place, number 139, Dave Mears. Fifth place, number 271, Colin Mills. Sixth place, number 138. Seventh place, number 36. Eighth place, 267. Ninth place, number 35. 10th place, 143. 11th place, 280. 12th place, 272. And the winning time, 112.60. 112.60. Still the riders not being brought under starters' orders. I can see that Vince Kinchin has not been able to find a place on the line. Roger Lobb also not coming into line as yet. Starter happy that they're now all in line as they get underway. In fact, Vince Kinchin missing the start on the far side. Watch to see what he can do in that first bend. He's in third place at the moment as they come round off that first bend, looking to see who's made the best of it as they come past the Stott to the front. Dave Perry right up there with him as well, and Dave Perry's gone through into first place. Vince Kinchin now trying to get through on the inside of Kevin Vicknick as they go down that back straight. Looking at those very distinctive leathers of Roger Lobb, who's moved through into fourth place. Dave Perry, great to see him in this. He goes past Vince Kinchin. Roger Lobb now moving through into third place as it looks as if Kevin Vicknick has hit all sorts of problems. He's lost yet another place after a terrific start, looking down at machinery on the far side. But as they come round off the bottom bend, it is Dave Perry still there in second place. And Roger Lobb holding third spot, and there's a gap back to number 148, Kieran McCulloch. I was wondering whether Vince Kinchin was close. And that's the early leader, Dave Perry. Is going to be on this last bend if he's going to do it. So they come to the second flag. It's Dave Perry that takes it. Vince Kinchin takes second. Roger Lobb finishing in third place. And I think it is going to be Kieran McCulloch that hangs on to that fourth spot. Kevin Vicknick, after that terrific start, ending up in fifth place. 500cc and the last of the first leg heats. A win for number 419, that's Dave Perry. In second place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. Third place, number 37, Roger Lobb. And fourth place, number 148, Kieran McCulloch. Fifth place, number 109. Sixth place, number 153. Seventh place, 311. 8th place, 155. 9th place, 47. 10th place, 330. The winning time, 112.58. 112.58. Looking at that start line, I can see that one of our outfits, in fact, not making it to the start line. Can't confirm as to who that is, but as we get underway, you can see there's one or two of them made a very good start. Stevens, and he's tried up to the top of the front as they go into that first bend. the back straight, and indeed opening up a bit of a gap on second spot. But as they go into that top bend for the first time, Kevin Stevens is looking very, very good at the moment, comes round off that top bend, leading from indeed. Mark Edwards fighting to try and get that lead, but you can see at the moment Kevin Stevens still maintaining a good pace out in front. Mark Edwards anxiously looking for a way through. Of course, it's quite a tight little circuit, and Mark Edwards holding a brilliant sideline on that. That was a terrific top end. To the front. Kevin Stevens trying to stay with him as he goes up that back straight. Still a good ride this from Kevin Stevens. He's not letting Mark Edwards get away from him. Into the last lap as they come round past us this time, and Mark Edwards riding a brilliant circuit. Very good lead as he goes down past us. And looking at the far side, we heard that outfit bang as it come down past us. It's obviously problems for Mark Edwards. It's going to mean a race victory for outfit number 1, Kevin Stevens and Eden Fidock. Finishing in second place is number 10, Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton. But indeed, you can see the frustration of Nick Waters there. They've had nothing but mechanical problems this year. They certainly proved to us all that the riding ability is there, but it's been mechanical failure that's been pinching the results from them this year. And we thought that perhaps today they'd sorted things out, but already they've been hit with problems. Of the 1000cc sidecars event 4, and a win for outfit number 1, Kevin Stevens and Eden Fidock. In second place, number 10, Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton. Third place, number 5, Mick Cave and Danny Malone. And fourth place, number 8, Mark Edwards and Nick Walters. Fifth place, number 16, Mark and Rob Syrax. The winning time, 130.30. 130.30 indeed it was. And we move on to race 12, this heat 2 of the first leg of the sidecars. A chance to see Paul Nelson, Dave Steer. No Adrian Davies, of course, his place being taken by Dave French as they get underway. It's indeed Paul Nelson that's going to get to the start. Dave Steer right there with him. Dave French, see, has made it to the start. But problems for Paul Nelson on the far side. Well, Paul Nelson gets into that first bend in first place. As you can see already, he's hit problems. It looks as if the outfit has come back on song. It's Dave Steer. Looks very good indeed as he comes past us. I'll be interested to see how Dave Steer goes this year. He had a terrific season last year. And, I've got to say that he, by his own admission, said that he got into some finals he never ever expected to. But he really is a very talented driver as he comes round past us for the second time. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard then leading. Oh, Roy Spreadbury in second place at the moment. A change to passenger for Roy Spreadbury. It is in fact Andy Thorne that's riding for him this afternoon. Oh, there in fact back in third place. My lap score is saying that no, John Hunt isn't in second place. He's a couple of laps down, of course. So I was correct with my Roy Spreadbury. A win for Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. No question about that at all. Second place going to Roy Spreadbury and Andy Thorne. Dave French looks to have collected that fourth place. Number 17, Dave Steer and passenger Andy Orchard. In second place, number 43, Roy Spreadbury and Andy Thorne. In third place, number 99, that's Dave French. And I did have his name of his passenger here somewhere. I will remember it, Chris Carter, of course. And in fourth place, number 18. Fifth place, number 34. The winning time, 129.16, 129.16. 17, 43, 99, 18 and 34. The result of race 12. Race 13, then we get underway with the third leg of the sidecars. Extremely well at the moment. They've got themselves to the front. It's outfit number 90, Phil Pittman and Mal Simmons, streaking up that back straight. A terrific style as they go into that top bend. They really do look on form. Somebody was telling me during the week that they've had some very convincing wins. Early meetings they've written down into in this part of the world for them this season. Indeed, they do look to be in very good form as they go up that back straight, opening the gap even further between them and second place. Oh, I'll pick that up for you as they come past us, as Phil Pitman and Mal Simmons lead from Mike Keith and Mike desperately trying to close that gap. You can see how enormous that gap has got as they got that back straight. One more lap to go then for Phil Pitman and Mal Simmons. And obviously all the information I was given during the week is absolutely accurate. And while they're out on the race circuit, I can say what I want really, can't I? They're not going to hear me. But I'm sure if I do make any sort of comment, it's going to be passed on to them when they finish. As we see the checkered flag go, a win for Phil Pitman and Mal Simmons. In second place, number 80, Mike Keep and Ken Holyfield. Third place, A.DIBBON and Bob Frost. The sidecars, the official result, a win for outfit number 90, and that of course is Phil Pitman and passenger Mal Simmons. In second place, number 80, Mike Keep and Ken Holyfield. Third place, number 79, A.DIBBON and Bob Frost. Fourth place, number 96, Chris Hall and Sean Chick. And fifth place, number 61. Sixth place, number 73, and the winning time, 126.10. 126.10 is the time. Waiting to see that green flag go, and away we go with the last of the qualifying right in the first leg. We've lost one of our passengers on that first bend, looking anxiously for that red flag. The car, of course, immediately putting that red flag up in the interest of safety. So, heat 4 then, ready for the restart, coming to the line, looking anxiously for that green flag. That brings them under starters' orders. Away go the tapes. Looking to see whether John Hiscock can make another good start. If Joe Mogg has made the best of the start. John that was leading before the race was stopped, so he's got some work to do this time as Joe Mogg turns it sideways coming out of that bend, up the back straight with John Hiscock right on his outside wheel. Those two together as they come round that top bend, fighting every inch of the way. A good bend for Joe Mogg and Joe. Right there with them. Indeed, looking for a way through. I wonder if John has decided now to try and get through on the inside. Again, has he been forced to go to the outside? Allowing Joe to go in hard into that top bend, and John Hiscock looking for a way through on the inside. He's not going to find it this time. Joe Mogg. You can see while the battle's going on for first place, there could be some gaps left for him to sneak through as well. And indeed, you can see that Vaughan Roberts is moving up on John Hiscock as Joe Mogg looks to have got a little bit of an advantage and has pulled some 3 outfits away from those two. Good ride this from Joe Mogg and Joe Smith as they've opened that gap up. John Hiscock and Tony Billington now having a fight to hang on to that second place. Oh, Vaughan Roberts losing out on that bottom bend has allowed that gap to open up once again, but it'll be the checkered flag this time as they come round. A good win for number 98, Joe Mogg and Joe Smith to start their account for this afternoon. John Hiscock and Tony Billington get second. In third is Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry. And Jerry Squirrel finishing in fourth place. They are the sidecars and a win for outfit number 98, that's Joe Mogg and Joe Smith. In second place, number 184, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister. In third place, number 120, Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry. In fifth place, number 116, Aubrey Still and Sue Chivers. And in sixth place, outfit number 38. The winning time, 128.37. 128.37 the time, as we now turn our attention back to the 250s. So away we go with race 15. We wonder if it's going to be a straight scrap between the two first leg winners. They both got to that first corner indeed in first and second place respectively. It's Jason Stott that's got to the front. The youngster Chris Phillips right there with him though as he tries to come through on the inside. Shows Jason Stott his front wheel. So this great experience for the youngster Chris Phillips, and those of you that aren't aware of seeing Chris ride before, he indeed was the UK youth champion last year. Broke into adult racing right at the back end of the season. That's a terrific ride. He thought that this season he was going to be one to watch. He's proving to be exactly that. Staying right with Jason Stott at the moment, but not having an answer to Jason. He still has maintained that lead as they go around that top bend. I just wonder whether Chris is feeling that perhaps he'll Stott to get away from him, but taking a very sensible line into both bends, avoiding those tail enders. We'll watch to see as they go into this bottom corner. It will be the checkered flag for this time as they come round. One of the record, and it's going to be Jason Stott. He takes the win in front of Chris Phillips. Mander gets third place. Let's give you the official result, and what I'll try and do is give it to you nice and slowly, just for you, Nance. See, they've had a go at me. I'm going too fast, too excited. I will try and slow down for you, Nance, just for you. The official result then, a win for number 94, Jason Stott. Finishing in second place, number 142, Chris Phillips. Third place, number 95, Steve Mander. Fourth place, number 180, Richard Sims. Fifth place, number 262. Sixth place, number 143. Seventh place, number 5. Eighth place, 272. Ninth place, 56. And the winning time, 1:16.66. Got second to Jason Stott. Equally, Lee Street got second to Chris Phillips. So, will it be a scrap between those two? Oh, underway we go, and I can see that Phil Ranson has made a fairly good start, but looking at those very distinctive letters of Lee Street, he's got to the front as they go into that first bend. Allowing the race to continue. It looks as if it was Phil Sims that put it down. Pleased to see that he's up on his feet and machinery being pushed off the circuit. As indeed we continue with Lee Street leading from Phil Ranson in second place. I wonder if Phil Ranson is going to get close to Lee Street as they come round off that line. Lee Street leading from Phil Ranson. Quite a gap then to third place, who is 137. Michael Peters in that third spot. Nobody close to him at the moment. The real gap is between that second and third spot. Those first two, Lee Street and Phil Ranson, getting away from the rest of the field. Lee Street coming up past us. He's doing around this time. Phil Ranson right there with him, but not attempting to go for that lead by the look of it. Quite happy to sit in that second spot. Well, Michael Peters still there in that third place. Pressure though by the look of it, as we see the checkered flag being made ready for Lee Street. We knew we were going to get another name into a first position, and it's going to be Lee Street. He's now had a second and the win, as Phil Ranson has to be content with 2 second places from 2 rides. He picks up second in race 16. He goes to the third place, but it does look as if Mike Peters has hung on to it. Heat 4 in your programme, a win for number 75, Lee Street. In second place, number 46, that's Phil Ranson. And third place, number 137, Mike Peters. Fourth place, number 168. Fifth place, number 209. Sixth place, number 251. Seventh place, 86. Eighth place, 159. Ninth place, 283. And 10th place, 330. The winning time there, 1:22.56. 1:22.56 was the time. So away we go then with the third leg of the 500cc sidecars. Looking across that far side is Lionel Cox has made a very good start. He's got into that first bend as we get used to seeing him do, but we wonder whether he can hang on to it this time. And Brian Palmer comes in second place. on and looking for that lead, but it's still Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan that have got it. Brian Palmer and passenger. Oh, this is going to take some getting used to him having a new passenger. Danny Hogg, of course, for this season. I wonder whether it's going to be a permanent change. I'll have to find out at the interval, but definite change, so I'm going to have to get used to it rapidly. Still a good race for Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan, still managing to maintain that lead in front of Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. Tony Cook and Colin Lewis are the crew that are up in third place at the moment, but not being able to make any impression on those front two. It's going to be a great ride from Lionel Cox. Oh, I thought Brian Palmer would have tried to either go around the outside of Lionel or indeed push him with an inside route, but he's not made any impression on him at the moment. They go down the back straight again, just one more corner to negotiate, as Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan have had a terrific ride this time. They're going to indeed take the win, and the second time now for them. Brad Palmer and Danny Hogg going to have to be settled for second place. Tony Cook and Colin Lewis finish in third, and it's number 11 Ricky Neal and Neil Pocknell that finished in fourth spot. Look at the times as they come out for the second time, a considerably quicker time than the first two heats we saw of the 500 sidecars. A very good win for number 78. That is, of course, Lionel Cox and passenger Grace Hagan. In second place, number 71, Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. And third place, number 10, Tony Cook and Colin Lewis. Fourth place, number 11, Ricky Neal and Neil Pocknell. And fifth place, number 57, Mike Reed and Mark Thorpe. The winning time, as I say, quite considerably quicker, 1:15.92, 1:15.92. And away we go with the start of race 18 as they go down the back straight. Mark Harris has made a terrific start to get to that first bend, but he's got Mark Seabright and Steve Bishop right there with him. Dave Mears has come around the outside of all of them. And Dave Mears together as they come past me. Dave Mears on the outside, Mark Seabright on the inside. It's those two that have got away, and I'm looking to see Mark Harris perhaps in fourth place to stay right there with them. Jon Underwood is the rider there. He's in third place. 7. He had a good ride first time out as well. Remember perhaps that he finished second to Vince Kinchin, lying in third spot at the moment, but Mark Seabright, who had a third place first time out, going well in his second 350 ride, leading from Dave Mears and Jon Underwood. Good to see him in this sort of form, as Dave Mears is now in trouble from Jon Underwood, and Jon Underwood moves through into second place, looking perhaps even for that first as we watch him go into the last bend. Dave Mears is not content to give up though, he comes back at Jon Underwood, and Mark Seabright going a little bit wide, is he? No, he makes a good line back that one. Close to the line, but Mark Seabright just gets it. A good challenge from Jon Underwood there, finishing in second place. Dave Mears finishing in third, and Dave Perry comes up in fourth place. The official result of Heat 3 of the 350cc competition, a win for number 167, Mark Seabright. In second place, number 177, Jon Underwood. Third place, number 139, Dave Mears. Fourth place is 419, that's Dave Perry. And fifth place, number 260, Mark Harris. Sixth place, 231. Seventh place, number 34. Eighth place, number 5. And the winning time, 1:15.47. 1:15.47 the time. Well, not being the sort of commentator that spoil your enjoyment if you take the Grand Prix, but somebody has come in and given me the result. No, I'm not going to blast it out across this channel. If anybody wants to know it, I have the result here, so that's as far as I'll go. As we get underway with race 19, it's Heat 4 of the out in front at the moment. A great start from Dave Wright. He, of course, fell in his first ride and had a very disappointing result way down the field. In fact, if I remember rightly, we couldn't put him into the results, so certainly going much, much better this time. Vince Kinchin, though, coming back at him. He's got with him Neil Taylor. There's Neil Taylor that's gone wide on that one. Third place. Dick Irwin is there in fourth place. Not out of contention with these front runners, but Vince Kinchin looking in great form, and it looks as if he's taken to 350 riding, as if he should have been doing it all the time. So he comes round off that bottom bend, looking very, very good indeed. Vince Kinchin and Dick Irwin coming back in on the action. He's got round the outside of Dave Wright, perhaps going after Neil Taylor as well. Watch for those red overalls of Nick Irwin. He's up in third spot as they go down that back straight. There's just one more bend to go. Vince Kinchin, looking in terrific form on this 350, comes up to the checkered flag. And Nick Irwin finishing in third place in not what you call a tidy form, but he gets the result. Dave Wright then finishing in fourth place, a much better result than his first outing. It was heat 4 of the 350s, and what a class that is promising to be this year once again. A great season last year. The official result reads as a win for number 844, Vince Kinchin, his second of the afternoon. In second place, number 17, that's Neil Taylor. In third place, number 332, Nick Irwin. In fourth place, number 38, Dave Wright. Fifth place, number 64. Sixth place, number 27. Seventh place, 186. Eighth place, 331. Ninth place, 161. The winning time, 113.11. 113.11. And the interest perhaps is to see whether Alan Peck can keep a maximum. He had a win first time out. He knows that Brian Palmer has not maintained that maximum. He's had a win in the second place, and I'm sure there's a lot of interest to see whether Paul Miller has sorted out his problems as well. I can see that he's on the start line, so it wasn't anything terminal. A lot of hesitation in actually getting them to the start line by the look of it. Well, away they go, and we're looking to see who's made the best of the starts. It looks like Mal Goodwin has made the best of the starts. He certainly gets to the front. Remember, he's on borrowed machinery this afternoon. He's no problem getting used to it. Right up there in second place. Now I'm right back in third place. Indeed, Paul Miller going, but way down the field at the moment. He's back in fifth place, moving through now into fourth place as the cones go flying on the far side. But watch for Paul Miller. He's got a new outfit this year, and he's very distinctive. Different as well here. In front of him on outfit number 20. Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting, who had a win first time out. They're back in third place behind Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page, and way out in front is Mal Goodwin. Well, a good ride this from Mal Goodwin, who, when I spoke to him a month ago, thankfully, Brian Palmer had a spare out, but a great scrap going on for that second place now as Paul Miller tried to move through from fifth to second place and went straight through the middle of Alan Peck and Jerry Squirrel. He's right up there again and got right in the thick of the action. A great scrap for that second place as the win is taken by Mal Goodwin. We watch to see who's going to get the best good scrap, and problems again for Paul Miller. Jerry Squirrel indeed takes the second place in front of Alan Peck, but the disappointing thing is that Paul Miller again has slowed. And number 30, and of course that is Mal Goodwin. In second place, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. Third place, number 20, Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting. Fourth place, number 23, Martin James and Roger James. And fifth place, number 17. Sixth place was 21. And the winning time, 1:14.53. So a very quick time indeed, 1:14.53. Already they're on the line and indeed underway for race 21 in your programme. We're back to the 500cc class. And good to see that Mark Seabright has made a very good start. He's got to the front as he goes into that first bend. He's had a win first time out. We've seen him have a very good ride on his 350. And remind you that he had that win in his first 500 ride. He's right there on the back wheel of Mark Seabright. James Cawthray and Kevin Buck having a good scrap for that third place. Kevin Buck getting the best of it at the moment. But Mark Seabright in command, out in front. Trying to go around the outside of him on that bottom bend. Forced to take a very wide line as Mark is holding a very tight line on both these bends. And Steve Bishop again goes very quickly in the middle of the bend, but he's overshot the exit of the bend. James Cawthray now getting a lot closer. As they go into this bottom bend for the second time, it's going to be into the last lap this time. Bishop under pressure from James Cawthray for that second place. Not being able to close on Mark Seabright. Terrific style from James Cawthray as he tries to make up that second place. I'm sure he can see that it's possibly in his sights. As the checker flag has been made ready for them this time as they come round. It's Mark Seabright wanting to the line. He gets the win. Steve Bishop close to him in second place. James Cawthray in third. Kevin Buck in fourth. Mark Seabright in second place, number 34, that's Steve Bishop. In third place, number 169, James Cawthorey. In fourth place, number 27. Fifth place, number 51. Sixth place, 138. And seventh place, 56. The winning time was 113.63. 113.63 is 167, 34, 169, 27, 51, 138 and 56. For race 22, we've got two riders that had heat wins first time out. That's Dave Perry and Gary Lobb. Look for those two, that's 419 and 7. But also John Jefferies had a second place. Graeme Gordon had a second place. That's 14 and 263. So a good race in that prospect as Gary Lobb has made a very good start. Looking across that far side, Simon Gittings has gone with him and almost putting it down. Simon Gittings giving us a hairy moment. Jon Underwood is the rider that's up there in second place, and indeed fighting for that second place. Simon Gittings has now got that second spot. Dave Perry moving through. John Jefferies is right up there as well. He's now moving through into third place. And Gary Lobb now wins first time. He leads Simon Gittings in second. Dave Perry in third. Jon Underwood's in fourth. Darren Shand I can see moving through as well. Taking evasive action going into that top bend, but he's back in sixth place at the moment as we watch to see them come to the last lap flag this time. One more lap to go. Simon Gittings in second, Dave Perry in third, but Jon Underwood's got different ideas about that. Now a good scrap going on for that fifth place as well. Three riders together on that top bend. And a good scrap now for that third place. Dave Perry going for third, is he? Oh, position, don't think it's changed. They come to the line. I don't want to guess who got that third spot. That was very, very close on the line. I'll let the lap scorers do that sort of thing. Race 22 then, heat 6 of the 500cc open solo, and a win for rider number 7, Gary Lobb. In second place, number 179, Simon Gittings. Third place, number 419, Dave Perry. Fourth place, number 177, Jon Underwood. Fifth place, number 214. Sixth place, number 64. Seventh place, 14. Eighth place, 36. Ninth place, 143. And 10th place, 267. The winning time, 111.79. 111.79 the time. Oh, here we go with race 23. And I do believe it's Kevin Vicknick that's made another good start. He made a terrific start first time out, but then slowed as the race progressed. Again, Roger Lobb has got himself to the front. Justin Elkins back in third place. And remember, Justin Elkins had a lead so large in his first ride. He really did win in a very convincing form, but it looks as if he's got to work hard for it this time, and he tries to get around the outside. Terrific corner from Justin Elkins. Down to the front as he comes past us. Roger Lobb, they're back in second place. Mark Taylor holding third in front of Kevin Vicknick and Dave Wright. And there's problems for Justin Elkins. He pulls out on the far side. Justin Elkins slow coming out of that top bend, and he's coasting down that back straight. It means that Roger Lobb is then elevated back up into third place. Mark Taylor still there. Now as he's got in front of Dave Wright in fifth place. But Roger Lobb going for his first win in this class as he comes round off that bottom bend. And he's got quite a comfortable lead on Mark Taylor. Takes the checker flag, his first win this afternoon. Not second. Kevin Vicknick is third. A scratch for this fifth place, and I think it was Paul Orton that got the best of it to the line. Dave Wright, for some reason, slowed coming to the line. For the youngster Roger Lobb, it's number 37 that goes in first place. In second place, number 170, that's Mark Taylor. In third place, number 109, Kevin Vicknick. In fourth place, number 148, that's Kieran McCulloch. And fifth place, number 186, and yes, the lap scorers did manage to sort it all out on the line. It was 186 in fifth, 112 in sixth place, and 38 in seventh. Eighth place was 271, and ninth place 272. The winning time, 113.55, 113.55. So if that all got a bit close for you on the line, let's repeat those. 37, 170, 109, 148, 186, 112, 38, 271, 272. long time getting these riders to the line, but I think the start crew have eventually done it. Problems by the look of it for Vince Kinchin getting to the line. He's the last, in fact, to come into line, although I can see one or two other riders pulling back off that starting line. Somebody doesn't want them to go. Race 24 it is, as they got them eventually off that start line, and Andy Parker has made another terrific start. He's got himself convincingly into the front as he goes into that first bend. Oh, Vince indeed going through a very tight line there on that bottom bend. Indeed, with Andy Parker has got away from the rest of the field. It's Pete Barnaby that's leading the rest of the field at the moment. But really those two have opened up a massive gap between them and the rest of the field. Vince Kinchin in terrific form this afternoon. Looks to be going well in both the 350 and 500 class. Andy Parker still there in second place. Mike Wells has taken over the lead of the rest of the pack, though. You can see back in third spot, just getting in front of Pete Barnaby as he around that top bend. But looking at the form of Vince Kinchin, I don't think many are going to catch him this afternoon. Into the last lap he goes. Andy Parker still there in second. Must be wondering where Vince is getting all his extra energy from. Put 8.44 into the results already. A very convincing win from Vince Kinchin. Andy Parker takes second. A long gap then back to Marwell Zoo in third place. On the line, Shirley just gets himself in front of Pete Barnaby. Heat 8 of the 500cc Solo Open. A win in very convincing form from Vince Kinchin. It's 8.44 that goes in the results. In second place, number 230, and that's Andy Parker. Third place, number 153, Mike Wells. Fourth place, number 311, Mike Shirley. In fifth place, number 133. Sixth place, 189. Seventh place, 280. Eighth place, 47. Ninth place, 26. 10th place, 155. No other finishes there. The winning time, 112.54. 112.54. Oh, away we go then with the first of the second leg ride. It is Phil Pittman that's made another terrific start. He's already got himself a comfortable lead as he goes into that first bend. The rest of the crew is all closing up for that second place, but Phil Pittman and Marwell Simmons getting away from the rest of the field. They really do look to be in such good form this year. And I was hearing the stories about other meetings they've been at, but indeed we can see it for ourselves now as they've got away. And Dan Malone that have got into second place just in front of Dave French. Well, those of you that went to the Salisbury Sizzler just a fortnight ago will remember that Mick Cave was in terrific form that afternoon. He's not to his liking here this afternoon though. He's struggling to stay Simmons at the moment. Certainly there, that crew showing that everybody's going to have a job to stay with them this afternoon. As they come round off that top bend into the last lap this time. Establishing themselves Dave French still holding on to that. Pushing him hard for it now as they go into the last lap. Chris Hall still not giving up with those two other crews as well. You can see there's a scrap going on for that third place, but as the checkered flag goes, that's his second win of the afternoon, the crew of Phil Pittman and Marwell Simmons. In second, Mick Cave and Dan Malone, and indeed Dave French does hang on to that third spot in front of John Hunt and Chris Hall. So race 25 in your programme, a win for outfit number 90, Phil Pittman and Marwell Simmons. Second place, outfit number 5, Mick Cave and Dan Malone. In third place, number 99, that's Dave French and Chris Carter. Fourth place, number 33, John Hunt and Steve Bolt, and fifth place, number 96, Chris Hall and Sean Chick. Winning time, 123.66. Good start, but I'm sure Joe Morgan, Joe Smith won't mind that at all. They've taken full advantage of it, got themselves into that first bend. To remind you that they did, of course, have a win first time out. So although the numbers are depleted in this particular race, I'm sure they're going to be the last to complain. Penny Hook and Keith Watts up in second place at the moment. And Mark O'Brien, the other crew that's in third place at the moment. But a good ride this from Penny Hook and Keith Watts. They're holding second place. As I remind you that Joe Mogg and Joe Smith had a win first time out, so maximum points if they stay where they are. Indeed, it sounds as if Charlie Mullins hit some sort of problem. That doesn't sound too healthy, that machine, as he went past us. Penny Hook determined not to let that gap get too big between her and Joe Mogg as they go into the last lap. Two outfits still remaining. I see that Charlie pulled off on the far side. So those riders that have pulled out and are sitting in that pit box are absolutely fuming now they've seen that there's just the two outfits left. And as they come to the finishing line, Joe Mogg coasting himself to the line, not too worried, and Penny Hook having a go at that. She said, well, if you're going to coast it, I'm going to come after you. The official result of race 26, a win for outfit number 98, Joe Mogg and Joe Smith. But it turned out to be only just on the line, didn't it? In second place, number 34, Penny Hook and Keith Watts. The winning time, 128.66, 128.66 the time. So I'm sure whatever stick I give Arthur at the moment, I'm going to get back later on in the year. Well, away we go, a full lineup of outfits in this one, and indeed I think we're in a good race this time, because you can see as they go into that first bend, it's all getting very, very close indeed. Well, Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry indeed leading as they go up that back straight, but very close to them. 3, if not 4 outfits. You can see it's Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton with them in third place. Looking for Mark Pearce to have a go at that lead. You can see Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry look to be in good form, and indeed going well in this one, holding the lead from Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton. Arthur Dibben still not out. Well, it's that bottom bend that Mark Pearce looks to have got slightly better than Vaughan Roberts, but up that back straight is where Vaughan Roberts has the advantage. He pulls away going into this top bend, and I've got to say, by the look of it, Mark Pearce looks to be quicker in the bends themselves. He's got a lot closer this time. Vaughan Roberts closes the door though in the middle of the bend. It's just up that back straight, he accelerates away. Again he does it. Allows him a little bit of a cushion going into this top bend. But I'm sure we're going to see Mark having a go on the exit of the bend. But a good corner from Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry. The drive coming on a little bit more than they expected coming out of the bend. Result, it was Heat 7 of the 1000cc sidecars and a win for number 120, Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry. In second place, number 10, Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton. Third place, number 79, Arthur Dibben and Bob Frost. Fourth place, number 61, Justin Holyfield and John Hudson. And fifth place, number 16, Mark and Rob Syrax. The winning time, 127.46, 127.46, as we move into Heat 8, race 28 in your programme. Up against them, John Hiscock, Paul Nelson, Brett Osborne, Mick Keep and John Crockford. John, of course, a replacement for number 173, Sean Coles. That's outfit number 38 coming in place of 173. Now, Paul Nelson not being able to get to the line. Being told to go on the inside of that start line. Starter indicating that he's happy, and away they go as they come down past us for the first time. It's Paul Nelson that's made the best of the start. John Hiscock goes after him, he's back in fourth place at the moment, and Keith has nicked through on the inside as well. And John Hiscock going round the outside of Paul Nelson as they go up that back straight. So John Hiscock and Tony Bemister leading from Paul Nelson and Lawrence Matthews in second. Mick Keep in third, but Dave Steer trying to find a way through. Their way through, and they found a gap as well to get through into second place. see that we've got a red flag, as indeed we've lost a passenger on this bottom bend. So away we go then with the rerun of race 28. We're with, of course, the second leg rise of the 1000cc Sidecar. Stage steer has made a much better start this time. Equally, Jon Hiscock is there as well. He's got to the front, but look at Dave Steer come through on the inside. Those two together as they go up the back straight. You can't see Jon Hiscock from here because Dave Steer has got him on the inside. As they come round the top bend, Jon Hiscock has got a wheel in front, but only just. Problems to Mike Keith. Right at the front of the field with Jon Hiscock and Dave Steer. As Dave Steer tries to go through again, he's found a gap once again on that bottom corner, and this time he's got himself in front. Jon Hiscock looking to come through on the inside, and he goes through. A terrific scrap between these two, chopping and changing lines as they go in and out of each bend. Jon Hiscock. And watch again if Dave Steer can find that gap on the exit of the bend. This is where he seems to get the advantage going up that back straight. He's right on the back wheel of Jon Hiscock. Look to find a way through on this top bend. Gone for the outside line this time. Jon Hiscock trying to drive out, but Dave Steer's done it again. He's gone right the way around the outside. A terrific top bend from Dave Steer. And the Orchard, as they this time get to the front. This is where they seem to have the advantage going up that back straight. They pull away from Jon Hiscock. But Jon Hiscock certainly won't be wanting to give up. A great scrap between these two. As Jon again closes up on this top bend, Dave Steer holding a very tight line. He indeed takes the checkered flag. A great scrap between those two. Terrific sidecar racing. That's the sort of thing we hope we're going to see a lot more of this season. Of the 1000cc sidecars, the last before the interval, a win for outfit number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In second place, number 184, Jon Hiscock and Tony Bemister. In third place, outfit number 18, Paul Nelson and Lawrence Matthews. Fourth place, number 73, Brett Osborne and Maurice Cooper. The winning time, 1:26.81, 1:26.81, but the time almost irrelevant there as a terrific sidecar race between those two crews. And it's event one that we start with, the 250cc Trophy Man Open Solo. Could remind you who's top of the points list at the moment. Jason Stott, the only rider that's had 2 rides and 2 wins. Closest to him is Chris Phillips on 23 points with a win and a second. Equally Lee Street, number 75, with a win and a second place. It's then Phil Ranson and Jack Walker. But as we look in that race 29 lineup and they get underway, you can see that we do have Jack Walker out in this one, Lee Street also. As they get to the front, you can see coming round off that first bend. It is Jason Stott, but Lee Street right there with him. Chris Phillips also in this one. He's in third place at the moment. And Chris Phillips going after Lee Street for that second place, but Jason Stott again trying to stamp his authority on this event. Gets out in front and attempts to stay there. Great battle going on for that second place. And Chris Phillips has been forced to go wide around Lee Street. That was a good line that was held by Lee Street. He forced Chris Phillips to go the long way round. And Chris picking up an excellent line in that top bend. He gets himself established in second. But will he go for Jason Stott? Will he get second place? One more left to go. He's a couple of rounds this time. Lee Street still there in third place, but it's that gap between first and second that we're watching anxiously. And Chris Phillips has overcooked it on that top bend. That's the second time Chris has put it down this afternoon. Quickly up on his feet again though. A little bit of over-enthusiasm to get the bike going there again. As the checkered flag goes, it's a win for Jason Stott. Second place is going to go to Lee Street. Here comes the numbers back down. Third place going across the line. Fourth place, I think, to Jack Walker, and that means that Chris Phillips has ended up in the 5th place. Very unfortunate for Chris, but I think there's a talent that we're going to see a lot more of as he gets a little bit older. Last year, I said earlier, he was riding in youth, won the Youth British Open Championships, and indeed stormed into the adult classes at the back end of the season, and now we look for a good year. To the end of all, the official result reads for race 29 as a win for rider number 94, that's Jason Stott. In second place, number 75, Lee Street. Third place, number 180, Richard Sims. Fourth place, number 262, that's Jack Walker. And fifth place, number 142. Sixth place, number 283. Seventh place, 209. Eighth place, 159. Ninth place 56, and the winning time 1:15.81. 1:15.81 the time. So away we go, and it looks like Phil Ranson has made a very good start. We never saw Phil in the second leg ride, so I wonder if he's going to get enough points from this ride as well. Mander going well, has got himself to the front. He knows he needs to score well. Keith Richards is up there in third place at the moment. Mike Peters holding fourth place as we look to the front, and Steve Mander in determined form will know that he needs to make up for that earlier mistake. Head down, comes past us, still leading. Keith Richards still there in third spot. There's quite a gap then back to fourth place Mike Peters. He certainly seems to have got that secure. This time as they come round, you're going to see Steve Mander seeing that last lap flag. You know, there's just one more lap to go. Phil Ranson still there in second, has not been able to close on that lead at all. Keith Richards looking content with that third place. He goes down the back straight with Steve Mander. Just one more corner to negotiate as he comes round towards us, picking off one of the tail engines now as he comes up towards the second going. The win for Steve Mander. Phil Ranson coasting to the line second. Keith Richards crossing the line in third. And a win for number 95, that of course is Steve Mander. In second place, number 46, Phil Ranson. Third place, number 143, Keith Richards. Fourth place, number 137, Mike Peters. Fifth place, number 168. Sixth place, number 216. Seventh place, 272. Eighth place, 86. Ninth place, 251. 10th place, 330. The winning time, 1:18.21. 1:18.21 the time. And the two top of the pile go in race 34. So away we go then with race 31 in your programme as we look to see them get to that first corner. It's Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan that have got to the front. Oh, the rest of the crew's coming together in the middle of the bend, as you can see them all getting very, very close. Well, in fact, I've noticed now that Mal Goodwin is out in this one. He's the addition to the programme, and he's up into second place. Mel up on 11 points. So just a conciliation of riding here will actually get him through into that final. You can see his Grace Hagan ensuring that they'll get themselves through to the final. You remember they had a win second time out as well, so maybe the final adjustments have proved to be beneficial for them, and indeed they've got the bike set up perfectly for this circuit this afternoon. Mal Goodwin has maintained himself in second place. There's a great scrap going on for that third place. You can see that Jerry Squirrel has got it at the moment, but he's under pressure from Tony Cook and Alan Peck. They'll mix together as they come round that line. But it is Jerry Squirrel that gets it, just in front of Tony Cook, who indeed was just in front of Alan Peck. Outfit number 78, that's Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. Second to them, number 30, and that of course is Mal Goodwin. And we think that his passenger is Gary Rockall. In third place, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and passenger Derek Page. Fourth place, number 10, Tony Cook and Colin Lewis. Fifth place, number 20, Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting. Sixth place, number 57, and the winning time, 1:14.73. 1:14.73. Top of the list is Vince Kinchin and Neil Taylor. Vince Kinchin, the only one with a maximum on 24 points. He in fact goes in race 33. And we watch to see who does the scoring this time out as they make break on the far side. Well, Mark Seabright I can see on the outside of that first corner. It's got a long way round. Well indeed on good points as well is Newitt Taylor, and he's right there with Mark Seabright in second place. That's rider number 17. He in fact is on 23 points overall, second to Vince Kinchin on maximum points. 22 points, sits equally in third place in terms of qualifying for that final. And really this ride he's having here at the moment will just be a confirmation that he's going to the final. There's some problems for Neil Taylor. Neil Taylor's put his hand in the air as he comes coasting into this bottom bend. Oh, it's a great shame for Neil. We wonder whether his points will be enough. He's got one more lap to go. Well, if he in fact pushes over the line, he's done sufficient race distance to actually get a result. Those could be important points for Neil Taylor. We see the win for Mark Seabright as he crosses the line. Dave Wright finishing in second, Dave Perry in third, Roy Sizemore in fourth. And I think one of our marshals is probably going to advise Neil that there'll be very valuable points if he can just push that bike over the line. And we hope that nobody else will touch him. Well, has he heard us or been told? These could be very valuable points to him. So Neil Taylor doing the obvious thing, pushing over to get himself into the results. He had done sufficient race distance, so as long as nobody touches him before he passes that checkered flag, he indeed will be credited with the result. The official result, Heat 5 of the 350cc event, a win for number 167, Mark Seabright. In second place, number 38, Dave Wright. Third place, number 419, that's Dave Perry. And fourth place, number 231, Roy Sizemore. Fifth place, number 161, and sixth place, number 17. The winning time, 113.86. 113.86 the time. So away we go with the last of the qualifying rides for the 350s, and look at Mark Harris come through on the inside. Well, indeed, Vince Kinchin is a long way back. We've lost the rider on that first gun. It looks like Kevin Buck. And it is indeed Jon Underwood that's got to the front, pursued by Dave Mears in second place. A nasty moment for Chris Malone and Vince Kinchin. Problems for Mark Harris on the top of the corner as well. You can see he's fallen down to the centre of the circuit. Good to see that Kevin Buck's up and okay. You watch the Mears in second, Chris Malone still in third, and Vince Kinchin, who was on a maximum coming into this ride, back in fourth place, desperately trying everything he can to get round Chris Malone at the moment. Oh, as you watch them come round past us going into the last round, all this battle going on for this third place. Chris Malone staying in front of Vince Kinchin at the moment, Vince every time trying to get round the outside on every single bend. One more to negotiate. Indeed, Chris now going after Dave Mears for that second place perhaps, as they start to get closer. Good ride from Jon Underwood. Dave Mears gets second, Chris Malone in third, Vince Kinchin in fourth. And Nick Irwin flying from nowhere to qualify in fifth place. Last of the qualifying rides for the 350s, and indeed a great ride from Jon Underwood there. The official result reads as a win for Jon Underwood. It's 177, the number that goes in first place. In second place, number 139, Dave Mears. In third place, number 64, Chris Malone. In fourth place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. Fifth place, number 332, that's Nick Irwin. Sixth place, 331. In seventh place, 186. Eighth place, 27. No other finishes there. The winning time, the fastest of the day so far, 112.62. Well, the last of the qualifying rides for the 500 sidecars as we get underway. Looking perhaps for Brian Palmer to take command of this one, although is that Paul Miller up there with him? It would be much better to see Paul Miller in the Indeed, he is right up there in second place, been having all sorts of problems with that machinery today, and good to see that he's now out there and, well, I was going to say and competitive, but you can see the hand goes in the air once again and he pulls off into the centre green. Not a good start to the season for the Brian Palmer in very good form at the moment, away from the action that's going on for that second place. But Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg certainly stamping their authority on the last qualifying ride. Martin James looks over his shoulder. I think he thought that Ricky Neal was going to have a go at him then as he got a little bit close to that back wheel. As we see the checkered flag go out, it's going to be Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. Ricky Neal again trying to get through on the inside, but I think Martin James just hung on to that second place. Another win for number 71, that's Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. In second place, number 23, Martin James and Roger James. In third place, number 11, Ricky Neal and Neil Pocknell. And fourth place, number 21, Norman Haynes and Matt Joyner. The winning time, 1:14.62, 1:14.62. Wins, he's on 26 points. Closest to him is Steve Bishop and Vince Kinchin, they're both on 25. Then Dave Perry and Roger Lobb, they're both on 24. Mark Seabright, Andy Parker on 23. Mark Taylor on 22. Simon Gittings on 21. On 20, Kieran McCullough, Darren Shand and Kevin Vicknick. So we watch to see what happens as we go into these last qualifying rides. Gary Lobb, the only rider that can possibly go through on a maximum, gets another one. Up for the first time. Mark Seabright's up there in second place, and I can see we've got a red flag for some reason. I wonder, can Gary Lobb get yet another good start? Up it goes, and away they go, and you can see that this time it's Jon Underwood that's made a good start. Gary Lobb is right there with them though. Mark Seabright hugging a very tight line, trying to come through on the inside. Gary Lobb goes on the inside of Jon Underwood. Those two together as they go past me. Mark Seabright still up there in third place. But it's Gary Lobb that's got to the front, and as he streaks down that back straight, he really does look to be in great form this afternoon. 2 rides so far and 2 wins, and this is third ride looking to go through to the final one. Mark Seabright now getting closer to Jon Underwood as they come past us. Both those two, of course, riding 350 and 500, and John's gone very, very wide, and Chris Malone has put it down in that top corner, looking to come through on the inside as Jon Underwood had made a bit of an error there and gone wide, but Chris Malone back up and away again. As we see Gary Lobb go into his last lap, into that top bend, pursued by Mark Seabright. Jon Underwood still there in third place. Good to see that Chris Malone is back up and in action once again, but as we see the checkered flag going for Gary Lobb, that's his third this afternoon. 3 rides and 3 wins. He gets to the final. Mark Seabright has got through the second place. Jon Underwood is third. So those two I think we're also going to see in the final. The rest, we wait to see how the match works out. It's getting quicker and quicker as we get towards those finals. A great win there for number 7, Gary Lobb. This is race 35. Number 7, the official winner. In second place, number 167, Mark Seabright. In third place, number 177, that's Jon Underwood. Fourth place, number 51. Fifth place, number 263. Sixth place, number 27. Seventh place, number 64. Eighth place, 330. And the winning time, the fastest so far for the 500 solos, 1:09.16. 1:09.16. They're the qualifiers for the 350cc final in your programme as race 45. So away we go with race 36 in your programme. As they go down that back straight, it looks to me like Simon Gittings and Steve Bishop have made the best of the starts and got into that first corner together. Simon Gittings on the inside. Steve Bishop on the outside and going round the outside. John Jefferies is up there in third place. It looks like James Corthray was in fourth, but he's now been taken as they go down that back straight. I think it's Darren Shand that's come through with Dave Perry. But as we look to the front, it's Simon Gittings just got away. Right there with him. John Jefferies still up there in third. Again, Steve Bishop tries to go round the outside. That's a very, very brave thing to do with Simon Gittings on the inside of you. And indeed, as he goes down the back straight, it is Steve Bishop that gets to the front. Simon Gittings still there in second. But not really making up the ground on those front two. Darren Shand it is that's closed up to John Jefferies now in fourth place. Dave Perry looks over his shoulder and fifth. He's won the battle between him and James Corthray. He's up to the far side as Checker playing this time. Final for Steve Bishop. Darren Shand is fourth. A long way out is Dave Perry in fifth place. Heat 36, it's Heat 10 of the 500cc Open, and a great win for number 34, that's Steve Bishop. In second place, number 169. No, it's not. 179 would be better, wouldn't it? 179, my apologies, Simon Gittings. In third place, number 14, John Jefferies. In fourth place, number 214, Darren Shand. In fifth place, number 419, that's Dave Perry. And sixth place, this is where 169 comes in, sixth place 169. Seventh place, number 36. Eighth place, number 143. Ninth place, number 138. 10th place, 267. 11th, 56. And the winning time, can you believe it's getting quicker and quicker, 108.90. 108.90. So 71, 78, 30, 34, 20 and 23. So we've got 3 of the finals, 2 more to go. And indeed, 2 more qualifying rides in the 500cc event. Race 37 is on the line and waiting to go, anxiously looking for that green flag to come out, and away we go. Kevin Vicknick again has made a very good start. I think the Garton is up there with him, and look for them as they come round this first bend. Lobb is going the long way around the outside. Garton has got to the front, the youngster Roger Lobb right there with him. Kevin Vicknick still in third place. Well, that's how they get spread out. Roger Lobb going after that lead. He's right up there amongst the points. I'm sure we're going to see him in the final. And I'm watching all the 2 letters come round now. We were told about the change that Justin Elkins was coming out on somebody else's bike. It looks as if it is Dave Barnaby's bike that he's come out on, and he's now up into third place. So, Roger Lobb having a go for the lead as he goes round the outside on Dean Garton. Justin Elkins very quickly indeed, right up there as well as they go into the last lap. And Justin Elkins perhaps looking for the lead as he goes the long way round on that top bend. Well, this is brilliant from Justin Elkins, just to get on somebody else's machine and come out right like this. Indeed, he quickly got used to it, didn't he? As he went into that bottom bend, you can see now that he's put his command on this race. And Justin Elkins it is that takes the win. Roger Lobb takes second place. Dean Garton in third. And Kevin Vicknick, I think, just might have squeezed that fourth or maybe fifth place of the 500 solo. And of course a win for Justin Elkins, his riding number 97. No, we know that wasn't the number on the bike, but we did know of the change. We agreed with him not to change the numbers. Lap scorers are quite happy with that, so the result stands for number 97. In second place, number 37, Roger Lobb. In third place, number 16, Dean Garton. Fourth place, number 148. Then indeed is Kieran McCulloch. In fifth place, number 109, Kevin Vicknick. In sixth place, number 153. Seventh place, 271. Eighth place, 189. Ninth place, 280. And the winning time, 112.37. Vince Kinchin, Dave Wright, who's got faster as the afternoon's gone on. Andy Parker, who must be right up there amongst the points. The last of the riders coming up. I can see that somebody has actually got stalled machinery on the far side. And the starter very kindly holding them up, waiting for that rider to come into line. He now does join the line-up, look for that green flag to go, and there go the tapes. Away we go once again. Andy Parker in those very distinctive leathers through on the inside, just gets to that first corner in front of Vince Kinchin. He's got numbers in their front as well. He's number 170. Oh, indeed, Vince Kinchin it is that's now got that fight back again. We've got a red flag on this top corner. Obviously a rider down on the circuit, so the clerk of the course, in the interest of safety, deciding to stop the race. So the riders will make their way back to the start line. Now the starter's calling them into line, so we should be underway. Remember, this is race 38, the last of the 500cc qualifying rides. As they get underway again, Vince Kinchin has made a good start, but Andy Parker is right there with him. Mark Taylor, in fact, there with him as well, number 170. He's in third place. Andy Parker goes after him. Mark Taylor right up there as well. Dave Wright now in fourth place. Jason Newitt back in fifth place at the moment, leading the rest of the pack. But Vince Kinchin looking again to be in terrific form. He really is riding well this afternoon. Obviously, this starter track suits him perfectly. Andy Parker also doing, but not being able to get close enough to have a go, or has he? He dives underneath in that top end, trying to find a gap to come through on the inside. Those two again together as they go into this corner bend, and Andy Parker goes through on the inside. Oh, there was a gap there. Andy Parker takes it. Vince Kinchin now trying to come next to Andy Parker as they go into the last lap. Still Mark Taylor still there in third place. Not being able to close up on those front two. I'm sure he can see what's going on. Andy Parker pulled away slightly from Vince Kinchin, then it's going to be the checkered flag this time out for him. That takes it. Vince Kinchin gets us to a good second place. Mark Taylor in third, Dave Wright finishing in fourth, Jason Newitt in fifth. So now indeed the point scorers can put all those points into the market chart to find out who does and doesn't make that big 500 final, which promises to be a good one. The last of the qualifying heats in the 500 event, a win for number 230, Andy Parker. In second place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. Third place, number 170. That, of course, is the addition to the programme, Mark Taylor. In fourth place, number 38, Dave Wright. Fifth place, 112, Jason Newitt. Sixth place, 311. Seventh place, 133. Eighth place, 26. Ninth place, 155. 10th place, 47. 11th place, 272. No other finishes there. The winning time, 112.97. 112.97. To the top of that points chart, we see that Phil Pitman and Joe Moore go against each other in race 39. So this promises to be a good one as they get underway. And Phil Pitman, I thought, had made a good start. You can see that Joe Morgan made a better one. He's got to the first corner first. It's Joe Morgan, Joe Smith that he got to the front. Remember, they're top of the points chart. And it's Phil Pitman and Malone that hold in second place at the moment. They're equal on points overall with Joe Mogg. Obviously, psychologically, Joe will want to stay in front of Phil Pitman. Indeed, I can see now that we've got Mark Edwards in third, so we hope that he's sorted out his mechanical problems. And indeed, the race has been stopped for some reason. Oh well. Joe Mogg's got to do it all again then, hasn't he? Nick Walters have said no to this, so still those problems not sorted out with that ignition, but we get underway and Joe Mogg again has made a very good start. So they go into this first race. It's Joe Mogg and Joe Smith that have got to the front in front of Phil Pitman and Mark Simmons as they go up that back straight. Look at Phil Pitman power up that back straight as he tries to go around the outside of Joe Mogg. Those two outfits coming close together as they come out of that top bend. Joe Mogg would want to pairs in better for the final, but you can see that Phil Pitman knows that as well. He would love to show that he can overtake him, even if he gets a good start. And Phil Pitman, has he done enough? He's still left a bit of a gap. He's going to be wide into that top bend. Joe Mogg will look for the gap on the inside, but Phil Pitman and Marwell Simmons have done enough. Trying to pull away from Joe Mogg and Joe Smith. Battle going on for this third place between those two outfits, but if we look to the front, Phil Pitman and Marwell Simmons look to be in terrific form this afternoon. As they come round this top bend, I thought Joe Mogg was going to stay close to him, but you can see Phil Pitman now really piling the pressure on. Oh, Dave French having the best of this battle for third place. Penny, Hook and trying to get that third spot in, looking for the gap on the inside. As we look to this top bend, as Phil Pitman and Marwell Simmons come off that top bend, it's going to be a good win from them. That'll boost their confidence going into the final on maximum points. Joe Mogg and Joe Smith finish in second place. And indeed, Penny Hook has won this battle for third place, and she gets herself through into third. The result of Heat 9, a win for outfit number 90, Phil Pittman and Miles Simmons. In second place, number 98, Joe Mogg and Joe Smith. In third place, number 34, Penny Hook and Keith Watts. And fourth place, number 99, Dave French and Chris Carter. The winning time for race 39, 125.45. 125.45. Race 40 in your programme. You can see that we've got the outfits on the line, but doesn't look as if they're ready to make a start yet. So away we go then with race 40 as they come down past us for the first time. Getting to the front as they go into that first corner. As Chris Hall up there in second place behind them. But Mick Cave it is that's got away and to go up that back straight. Looks like making sure of a result this time. Mick Cave, of course, on 9 points overall. So if he gets the win here, he's then got to watch and see what happens to the other drivers that are on 10 points in front of him. Chris Hall not being able to catch Mick Cave as he goes around that bottom corner. Still maintaining that lead as he goes up the back straight. I said earlier, those of you that remember back to the Salisbury Sizzler will remember that he had a terrific day there. He really was in good form. In second place, looks to have made sure of that, but not closing up at all on Mick Cave's lead. Just one more lap to go in race 40 as Mick Cave and Dan Malone come past up for the third time. Mark O'Brien look to have got their early mechanical problems sorted out. They're comfortably in third place. But as we see the checkered flag being prepared, it is Mick Cave that's going to pick up very valuable 6 points from this ride. He comes into the checkered flag and takes it. Chris Hall gets second place. Charlie Wernham gets third. John Hunt finishing in fourth place. Number 5, that of course is Mick Cave and Dan Malone. In second place, number 96, Chris Hall and Sean Chick. Third place, number 9, Charlie Wernham and Mark O'Brien. Fourth place, number 33, John Hunt and Andy Thorne. The winning time, 129.21, 129.21. Mark Pearce, Vaughan Roberts and John Hiscock on 10 points apiece. But as we get underway with race 41, looking into what happens this time, a terrific start as he goes into that first corner. Well, that's outfit number 79, Arthur Dibben and Bob Frost, of course, passengering for Arthur Dibben this afternoon. Well, Mark Pearce it is up there in second place. Vaughan Roberts has gone the long way round the outside. So all these knowing that the final, these are the ones that are sitting on 10 points. Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry now go to the front as Arthur Dibben stays in second place. Mark Pearce looking to try and get that second. Paul Nelson now getting in on the scene as well as he closes right up on Mark Pearce. They all try and go round the outside of Arthur Dibben together, but Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton will make the overall point story very interesting indeed, because Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry came into this last ride on 10 points. Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton also come in on 10 points, and they're going to be split by just 1 point in qualification to the final, depending on which way it goes. Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry still holding the lead from Mark Pearce, but Mark Pearce climbing all over the back of Vaughan Roberts' outfit there coming out of that bend. Desperately trying to find a way through. He's very, very quick into the bends, Mark Pearce. But you can see Vaughan Roberts trying to hold a tight line, forcing Mark Pearce to go wide. He cuts back underneath. Roberts takes it. Mark Pearce stays second. Paul Nelson is third. Arthur Dibben finishing in. Race 41, Heat 11 of the 1000cc sidecars, a win for outfit number 120, Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry. In second place, number 10, Mark Pearce and Duncan Patton. Third place, number 18, Paul Nelson and Lawrence Matthews. And fourth place, number 79, Arthur Dibbon and Bob Frost, I should say. In fifth place, number 73, Brett Osborne and Morris Cooper. The winning time, 129.59, 129.59, 120, 10, 18, 79 and 73. Well, away we go with the last of the qualifying races. This to find out who goes to the final. Jon Hiscock, knowing that he's got to score well to be sure of a place in the final. And mathematically, I'm sure he's done all the working out in the pits before he come out as he goes up that back straight, leading from Dave Steer. You remember that terrific race these two had earlier on today. We wonder if it's going to be repeated because Dave Steer is holding that outfit. Coming out of this bottom bend that he seems to be quicker. He gets the drive on much quicker than most of the other outfits going up that back straight. Jon Hiscock and Tony Bemister, though, holding some good lines this time. They look to have got quicker as the afternoon's gone on. Got close again. This is where they get the advantage going up that back straight. Then letting Jon Hiscock know that they're there. They'll be looking for a way through. Watch how tight that Dave Steer holds it coming out of this top bend. Jon Hiscock drifts out slightly, but Dave Steer that time wasn't close enough to take advantage of it. Into the right bend they go. Quickly trying to work out what this means in overall points at the moment, but I think it means automatic qualification for Jon Hiscock as if they stay like this. Tony Bemister looking over his shoulder. He knows that Dave Steer's there. He's coming through on the inside. It's going to be close. Oh, he's doing a terrific last bend from Dave Steer. Well, I don't know what the lap scorers are going to make of that one. We wait for the judge that's sitting spot on the line because from where I was looking, that was so close. Race 42. It's heat 12 of the 1000cc sidecars. A chance for us to find out who goes into that final. The result of race 42, a win for outfit number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In second place, number 184, Jon Hiscock and Tony Bemister. In third place, number 16, Mark Sarax and Rob Sarax. And fourth place, number 61, Justin Holyfield and John Hudson. The winning time, 125.74, 125.74. 250cc final. This the first of our finals. Riders include 94 Jason Stott, 75 Lee Street, 46 Phil Ranson, 142 Chris Phillips, 180 Richard Sims, 262 Jack Walker, 137 Michael Peters, 143 Keith Richards, 168 Brian Winch, 95 Steve Mander, 283 Sue Dowling and 209 Ian Wakeford. So away we go then with the first of our finals. It's event 1, the 250cc Trophyman 250 final. And you remember that coming into this final, Jason Stott has been unbeaten this afternoon. He's the rider that's looking for those very distinctive leathers of Chris Phillips in third place at the moment, comes through to second. Steve Mander trying to come through as well. He's on the outside of that third place, working his way through, but a long way to get here for Jason Stott. He comes from of course, but great to see him here in the Southern Centre racing. He does bring this tremendous ability of his to watch us race on a 250. All the way from the hometown of Kidderminster, and indeed he's a very talented 250 rider. Got an array of trophies for 250 racing over the years. Exactly why, as indeed he leads the 250 final this afternoon in front of the youngster Chris Phillips. In his first full adult season this year, Chris Phillips, and I think there's a promising future of a rider that's very talented. Steve Mander holding third place at the moment in front of Phil Ranson. Indeed, as Jason Stott goes past us, I'm watching the finishing man there thinking, what is he doing? But I should have read the programme, shouldn't I? I can see it is 6 laps for all these finals. So, Jason Stott on this little 250. That's got to go a little bit further than he did in the heat. And indeed, we do see the last lap flag go this time as Jason Stott goes into his 6th lap. Chris Phillips is still there close to him, but that's asking a lot to make up that gap as Jason Stott goes through two of the tail enders, going into his last corner. This is going to be our first final winner this afternoon as Jason Stott comes to the line. He takes it. Chris Phillips finishes in 2nd place. We wait for 3rd place, and it's going to be Phil Ranson as they come to the line in 3rd. Keith Richards in 4th. Result of the first final of the day, the 250cc, race 43 in your programme. A great win there and a very well-deserved win for the man that come to the final on a maximum. He's then taken the final. Of course it is, number 94, Jason Stott. In 2nd place, number 142, the youngster Chris Phillips. In 3rd place, number 46, that of course is Phil Ranson. In 4th place, number 143, Keith Richards. 5th place, number 180, Richard Sims. And 6th place there, number 262, Jack Walker. The winning time was 158.14. Remember, of course, that was 6 laps, 158.14.
Yeah, he's okay. Back on the bugle.
So the final of the 500cc sidecars, and I wonder who you might have tipped for this. Remember that Raz Palmer's been doing some winning, Mal Goodwin's been doing some winning. Lionel Cox has got faster as the day's gone on as they make the start. It is Raz Palmer that's got to the first corner. So it's very determined form. It is 71 passenger Danny Hogg, perhaps for this season. Well, indeed, we're all wondering why perhaps there is no Mal Goodwin. That was outfit number 30, and of course, oh, great scrap going on a little bit further down the field. Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan moving their way through. But as we look to the front, it is Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg that have stamped their authority on this 500cc sidecar final. They come round off that one then. It's Jerry Squirrel that's leading the battle for this 3rd place, and it really is turning out to be a battle for 3rd, as those two have got away up in front. But you can see there's a lot of determined outfits wanting to get that 3rd place. This also over 6 laps, of course. There's plenty of time. Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. No problems at all out in front. Alan Peck and Richard Sweetie not being able to close that gap, but now it's changed in 3rd place. You can see that number... Well, indeed, the reserve number 10, that's Tony Cook, has got through into 3rd place. Didn't expect to be in the final, he was tipped as reserve, but Tony Cook and Colin Lewis now have moved through to win that battle for that 3rd place. As we indeed will see the checker flag this time as they come round. The 500cc sidecars is going to be a good win for Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. Tony Cook and Colin Lewis finishing 3rd. Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan crossing the line in 4th. For Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. Let's give you the official result then of the 500cc sidecar event. I'm glad I got that one over. A win for number 71, of course, Brian Palmer and Danny Hogg. In 2nd place, number 20, Alan Peck and Richard Sweeting. In 3rd place, number 10, Tony Cook and Colin Lewis. In 4th place, number 78, Lionel Cox and Grace Hagan. In 5th place, number 23, Martin James and Roger James. And in 6th place, number 34, Jerry Squirrel and Derek Page. The winning time, 155.52. 155.52. With the calibre of riders we've got here this afternoon, that's not going to be the same today. A terrific lineup of riders, promises to be a great final. We watch to see what happens. Clark, of course, pulling them into line. The saddle lets them go. We're in for a good 350 final. They, as I expected, all go together into that first bend. Dave Mears is right up there in 2nd place. It's Neil Taylor that's got the drop on the rest of the field as he comes off that first bend. He's got away. Mark Seabright is right there with him. Vince Kinchin is right up there with Mark Seabright. Dave Mears on the outside as well. But Neil Taylor showing them the way at the moment as he goes down that back straight. Dave Mears closing up on him in that 2nd spot. Mark Seabright there as well with Dave Mears. Long way round, he's gone for the outside line. Oh, Neil Taylor's trying to hug it tight on the inside of these bends, but Dave Mears being forced to go the long way round and does so. Right the way round the outside on the top bend and down the back straight. Dave Mears gets himself to the front. Mark Seabright and Vince Kinchin trying to have a go at Neil Taylor. Kinchin moves into 3rd place. So Dave Mears now trying to open the gap up between him and 2nd place. Turns the power on as he goes down the back straight. Vince Kinchin looking to get that 2nd spot as he tries to go around the outside of Neil Taylor. Mark Seabright still there in 4th place. Not out of his So Dave Mears, is he opening a gap? Look at Chris Malone closing up as well. Jon Underwood's now coming through as well on the back wheel of Chris Malone. He's got through in front of Mark Seabright as well. Vince Kinchin again looks for a way round, trying to dive underneath Neil Taylor. One more left to go. He's got himself established to the front of Vince Kinchin now comes through in the 2nd. Jon Underwood looking to have a go at Neil Taylor as well. As he's got round Chris Malone and is now going after that 3rd spot. There goes Jon Underwood, dives through on the inside of Neil Taylor. But as they come to the line, it's going to be a great victory for Kinchin gets 2nd. A terrific ride from Jon Underwood to force his way through into 3rd place. Neil Taylor, the early leader, drops back to 4th place. But you've got to say a well fought and a brilliant win for Dave Mears. Race 45 then, event 2, the 350cc Solo Open. A great victory for a very talented and a very dedicated 350 rider. Number 139, Dave Mears. In 2nd place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. In 3rd place, number 177, Jon Underwood. In 4th place, number 17, Neil Taylor. 5th place, number 64, Chris Malone. 6th place, number 38, Dave Wright. The winning time, 152.0, 152.00. Now they come in to this, a big 6-lap final. So what's the starting marshal? He quickly puts the green flag up and they get underway with this final. Looking to see who it is who's made the best of the starts. And that's Andy Parker again that's got to the front. He's been making some electric starts this afternoon. Simon Gittings is down after. Gary Lobb is up the inside of him. So Gary Lobb, the maximum man, right up there at the front of the grid. Simon Gittings trying to come through on the inside as well, you can see. And it's Gary Lobb that goes to the front. Simon Gittings follows him as he goes round Andy Parker. John Jefferies has gone round the outside and going the long way round. But it's Gary Lobb that's up to the front. Simon Gittings is going with him. John Jefferies goes after them too. He's up into 3rd place. Mark Taylor is now forcing his way through into 4th place. Andy Parker fighting back though, trying to hang on to that 4th. John Jefferies starting to close up on Simon Gittings for that 2nd spot, but Simon Gittings still not letting Gary Lobb get away. This from Gary Lobb. He really does look to be in great form as he goes around that top bend, trying to stamp his authority on this one. Down the back straight he goes, and he now has started to open the gaps up. Simon Gittings losing out a little bit to him down that back straight, and John Jefferies always getting closer and closer. those two that the battle's on for, as you can see as they go into that top corner. Gary Lobb looks to have had this one won as he looks over his shoulder. He knows the competition's not that close to him. He can be a little bit careful on his entrance to the bend. It's then turn the power on at your desire and power up his place. One more lap as John Jefferies this time switches to the outside. He's gone the long way round on this top bend. Simon Gittings not giving it inch though, wants to hang on to that second place. John Jefferies though, forces his way round the outside. Terrific riding from the youngster John Jefferies as he comes off that line. Close to the line and John Jefferies gets that second. Terrific ride from him. Valiant riding from Simon Gittings. He hangs on to third place, obviously disappointed to lose that second. Mark Taylor finishing in fourth. Steve Bishop finishing in fifth. And the rest of the riders just crossing the line together. He proves it by winning the 500 final. So the 500cc solo final, it's Builders Race 47 in your programme, won by the flying Cornishman who looks to be in great form at the moment, number 7 in your programme, Gary Lobb. In second place, number 14, John Jefferies. Third place, number 179, Simon Gittings. Fourth place, number 170, Mark Taylor. Fifth place, number 34, Steve Bishop. Sixth place, number 844, Vince Kinchin. The winning time, 149.38. 149.38, that winning time, but of course over 6 laps. Well, we looked at the solo lineup and we thought it was going to be a good final. I don't like what I've just been told. It's wonderful, isn't it? We'll talk about put you on the spot. Not only have I got to commentate, they just told me that if it gets interesting, they're going to give up lap score and then leave it to me. Outrageous. You can't do that to me. We get underway with the 1000cc sidecar final. It's Phil Pitman that's made the best of the start. There's 4 outfits together as they go into that first bend. It is indeed Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons that go up the back straight in front of Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. John Hiscock up there in third place, Mick Cave in fourth place at the moment. But it's those two at the front that we'll be watching as they come down past us. Between these two, and it was just a question of who would get off the start line and make any difference to that. But it's those two that have got away. Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons holding the lead, but only just from the man who seems to be able to hold an outfit. So tight on the bend. Every other thing was so he makes look as if he's riding on rails. He goes up the back straight in second place, and he looks to be losing ground slightly on Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons. A great ride this from Phil Pitman. He's been in good form this afternoon. Taking this final ride. To the front from a terrific start. Dave Steer was close for a while, but that gap has now started to open. A battle going on for third place. You can see that Mick Cave has now gone through in front of John Hiscock. The really battle at the front looks to be over. You can never say Dave Steer is always one that will pack a surprise at the end of the race. At the moment, commanding the position is Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons. They look to have this well and truly under control as they come round off that top bend into the last lap. That's the one they're waiting for. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard still in second place. Mick Cave and Dan Malone look to have won that battle for third place. John Hiscock still there in fourth. And as they come into this last bend, Dave Steer, as always, closes right up on the leader. But it's going to be a victory for Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons. Dave Steer and Andy Orchard get second. Mick Cave and Dan Malone come across the line for third. John Hiscock and Tony Bemister pick up fourth place. Joe Morgan, Joe Smith finish fifth. And finishing in sixth place, numbers 120, Vaughan Roberts and Aaron Ferry. Afternoon, the final of the 1000cc sidecars, event 4 in your programme, a win for outfit number 90, all the way up from Cornwall. Of course it is Phil Pitman and Miles Simmons. In second place, number 17, Dave Steer and Andy Orchard. In third place, number 5, Mick Cave and Dan Malone. In fourth place, number 184, John Hiscock and Tony Bemister. Fifth place, 98, Joe Morgan, Joe Smith. Sixth place, number 120, Vaughan Roberts and Alan Berry. The time was 2:04.31, 2:04.31. That indeed concludes today's race programme. I hope you've all thoroughly enjoyed the afternoon's racing. I think there's been a terrific